Hey guys, today we're going to be doing the L2 30-minute drafting practice on BricsCAD. I have this PDF here that I'll be referencing for dimensions and everything else, but I'm going to drag it off to the side so you won't be able to see it. I'm going to start off by drawing the property lines, and to do this you click a line and press at, and then whatever distance your line is, mine's 463.44 feet, less than symbol, and then the bounds, so south 0 degrees, 49 minutes, and 1 second west. Now we'll just go around and proceed with the same process. Okay, now that we've got our property lines in, put these on the proposed property line layer, and I'm going to run LP. Now I've run LP, just make sure everything is straight. So I'm going to rotate this. And I'm going to rotate, actually, okay. Rotate this one. Okay, and now we're putting in the property pins. Just going to do a circle with a radius of 2 on these. So I'm going to copy this all the way around on all the corners. Okay, I'm just select one of the circles and one of the text, and run select similar. Put these on the proposed meets and bounds layer. Okay, now those are on the correct layer. Put in our landscape strip, which is 5 feet from this property line. I'm going to connect these with a radius of 0 feet, and then put them on the landscape strip layer. Okay, now I'll put in our building setback lines, and it looks like we have 15 feet along the north, south, and east line, and then 30 from the west. So offset 30 feet from this back and 15 from everywhere else. Now I'm going to connect these with a radius of 0. And put these on the building setback line layer. Alright, now we can label. I'm going to copy these with the UCS World up next to here. And now copy and then paste it with the UCS to the line, and it will line up. And we have 30 feet from back here. Okay, now our first constraint is going to be this landscape strip. So I'm going to go ahead and offset it 1 foot. And then I'm going to extend it all the way down our site. And set this on the 0 layer. Our second constraint is going to be this property line up here. We don't want to get too close, so I'm going to give us a 5-foot buffer. Again, set this to the 0 layer and stretch this. Now from here, we're going to want 1 row of parking, which is 18 feet, a 24-foot drive aisle, another 18 feet for parking, and an 8-foot sidewalk in front of the building. And from up top, we want a row of parking for 18 feet, 24-foot drive aisle, another 18-foot parking, and a 5-foot sidewalk. So now our building is going to start in this corner, and it's going to be 107 feet wide, 50 feet, 150 feet long, close. So here's our building. I'm going to put this on the CA site building. I'm going to offset it 1 and set this polyline width to 1.5. Now we have our building shown, and this will help just draft the parking around it. Go ahead and delete this and this. So now our parking looks like it's going to start along this edge of the building. So we can go ahead and trim that away. And we have 13 spaces here, offset 9 multiple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and then we have handicap spaces, but for this we're just going to keep going down for 13 spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that is the end of our parking. We're going to have this extend out from here. Okay, we're going to leave that for now. We're going to have a 26-foot drive aisle. Comes out here, so I'm going to offset this 5 feet. Stretch this out here, offset 26. This is going to be our drive aisle coming in. And this helps find, this island is going to be, but it looks like 15 feet, so we'll try 15 feet. It's the first spot, yeah, that looks about right. Go ahead and break this there. Break this here. Go ahead and connect these with a radius 10. And there, sorry, FR 4.5. This will be a radius of 4.5. This will be a radius of 0. Now we'll put in our parking. So we'll draw an 18-foot polyline, offset it 9 multiple, and we have 14 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spots. And then we have a 9-foot island that extends out to a 30-foot drive aisle. Okay, now I can use this to break and break there. We'll give this a nice radius. Connect these. We'll put this on the CA site concrete layer. And now our stripes go on the CA site striping layer. Sorry, CS site stripe. Now we've got this, we can figure out we can move this parking down a little bit. It looks like it lines up about right here, which is about, go 5 feet down. I just straightened this out a little bit. We're going to give this a 6-foot radius. Let's come down. Get another space in there. And draw this down. Give this a radius of 4.3. Connect this. So now we've got our parking and our concrete here. So this is this drive aisle here. It looks like these 4 parkings down here are centered with this drive aisle. So I'm going to draw the center line, extend it down. I get this ortho 18. Offset at 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our 4 parks. Now I'm going to move these to center with this line. and we're gonna put it right here. Now that this is centered, you can connect it like that and give it a radius. That a 4-foot radius, and now our dumpster looks like it's about 45-degree angle, so we'll go down to our polar and check 45 degrees, come down from here. We will give this 5 feet and then go from the 5-foot line, we go down 45-degree angle. Our dumpster block is down here. Looks like we use these double dumpsters right here. Copy it UCS World, paste it to this UCS. I'm gonna rotate it. And then just to make sure that we are all aligned, I'm gonna run the align command and just snap it to points on this line and no scale. And slide this down. We're gonna want a 30-foot drive aisle. Or we're gonna want 12-foot loading, 2 feet gap, 12-foot loading, a 30-foot drive aisle through here. So we want to make sure that our dumpster does not get in the way of that. Pull it down. Say about there is good. Now we can give this a nice radius. Using the 3-circle tangent command. Now I can trim this all the way. Alright. I'm going to wrap this curb around this dumpster. And then run ortho to this line. Gonna come up here. I'm going to trim this. I'm gonna offset this line 2 feet. Trim here. Now I can fill it, give this the 25-foot radius, like that. Now this can get a nice circle. Like that. Now our back drive aisle is going to be 24 feet from the back of the building. And we'll give this a 25-foot radius. Alright, join all these together. Like so. Join. Put it on the concrete layer. Now it looks like we have this turn right here lined up with this 45-degree angle. So what we're going to do at the end of that, delete this, we're going to go 5 feet. We're going to go 5 feet down, ortho to this, and connect it with an ortho to here, down to the curb. Now we've got our 10-foot radius from here to here, and from here to here. This gives us our nice turn for the dump truck to come through here. Now I'm going to join these together. Now we've got a curb. Okay, now we'll work on the parking up here. We've got 11 spots. Probably do these 8 first. 8 times 9 is 72. So I'm going to draw a 72-foot polyline ortho to this property line. And then I'm going to center it with the length of the building. Here. I'm going to move this up in perpendicular snap. We've got our 8 parking spaces here. Now we can connect these up. It looks like we've just draw from the extension of this road. Be a 4.5-foot radius here. Looks like I'm just connecting this point to there. Give that back its 6-foot radius. Okay, now we've got our nice little curve right here. We can connect back over here. This looks like it uses a 6-foot radius and a 23.3 radius. Go down here to the edge of the building. Looks about right. Now I'm going to connect these with a 6-degree. Six-foot fillet. Alright, now that we've got that, trim away, bring this to the end point, and we'll join all this curve up, put it back on the right layer. Set my ortho here, 18 foot deep, 9 wide. Put these on the stripe layer. Then we're going to go up to our 11 times 9, 99 feet for parking for our 11 spaces. I'm going to center these with these. perpendicular snap back up here. Now we've got our parking laid out right there. Need to make sure it is 18 feet deep. And from there, it looks like we connect like the curve, we're going to offset. It's a 24-foot drive aisle. So I'm going to use this line. Connect there, and then we'll connect to the road. Okay, so we've got our curve through here up to our parking, which is going to connect to right here. And then it looks like this has 20-foot radius. Although typically I like to offset this 24. This is a 23-foot radius, so I like to add 24 feet to that. Give this a 47.3 radius, or we'll just leave it at 20. So now that our curb wraps all the way around, we'll join this all up. Join. It's back here. We can finally run our CC. Delete our 0-layer wireframes. CG stripe. I'm going to put my striping here. Yes. Offset 9 multiple. Alright, now we can label our parking spaces with this label right here. This was 14 spaces. And then we had a handicap spaces right here. One, two, three, four, 5 spaces in. We have this hatched off as striping. We have another spot. And then we have our band spot there. So now I'm going to put these back on the right layer. I'm going to hatch, pick points inside boundaries. Give it a scale of 15. Put these on the right layer. Now I'm going to run kick command to count my parking, which is 12 spaces. Okay, I'm going to draw the concrete pad. It's 20 by 20. and this moves almost to the corner. Feet inside, and we'll put in our loading space, which is 12 feet by 54.6 feet. And this is 2 feet from the curb and 2 feet from the pad. Okay. We put this on the sidewalk layer, or the concrete layer. We'll put this on a stripe layer, but we're going to give it a dashed line type. Alright, now we can start labeling. We pull this label down here. This is our loading space. And this will go on the CS, ANO, and OneNote. We have our 20 by 20. Eight-inch concrete pad. We'll scale this down a little bit so that it fits. Alright, now we need our building. I'm going to use this text. Okay, and this goes on the ANO building layer. CS ANO building. We are 107 feet here. By 150 feet. Okay. Now that we've labeled our building and our loading area, we're going to put our road stripes. Copy these and paste them ortho to the property line. All right. Got those. Paste them ortho. Okay, and now all we need is dimensions. So for the drive aisles and the parking, I'm going to copy this dimension here, paste it ortho, and perpendicular. Looks like we need just to alter this a little bit, so we'll change this radius back to 0. This one back to 0. break. I'm just going to move this 1.5 feet, 25. Okay, we're going to run CC back here. Now, this should be 30 feet. Perfect. I'm going to put this on the CS and 1 dim layer. And you can copy it around to measure everything else. Never type in the dimension and alter it, because then you have wrong measurements. Alright, measured that. Measure our entrance. Perfect. I like to show our measurements for the parking spaces, like this. All right. Now we've measured that. Now we just need to label our radius, so we can use dim rad. And always measure this part of the curve right here. Match our style. Put it on the same layer. And how do we remove that line to the middle? Lines and arrows. None. Dim line. Perfect, so we're gonna use that. And now we're gonna keep running dim rad. And we will mark all our radiuses. And don't worry about the line for right now, because we're gonna match. Alright, run select similar. Or MA, and then gonna go click all of these that you want to match. Alright, and that should be it. Thanks for watching, guys.